A Christmas of carols, confessions, and cracks beneath the tinsel. It begins, as so many British Christmases do, with a song. Music drifts through the room, half carol, half drunken anthem, a familiar melody about rivers of gold, Broadway dreams, and promises whispered on a cold Christmas Eve. Someone sings, someone laughs, someone winces. For a moment, it feels hopeful. Everyone, after all, needs a song. Everyone wants to believe that this year might finally be different. But beneath the music, the cracks are already forming. This is a Christmas of crowded living rooms and overflowing drinks, of forced smiles and old resentments wrapped in tinsel. A Christmas where generosity and grievance sit side by side, where jokes land a second too late, and where every gift seems to carry a hidden meaning. When the first guests arrive, laughter follows, sharp, defensive laughter. The eggnog is flowing early, tongues are loose, and nobody is quite as cheerful as they insist they are. Compliments are barbed, observations are pointed, and even kindness comes with a sting. There are pearls before swine jokes, biblical references, passive-aggressive remarks dressed up as festive banter. Come on, it's Christmas, someone says, the phrase used not to soothe, but to silence. In the kitchen, a feast is being prepared with theatrical pride, a bird within a bird within a bird. Chicken inside duck inside turkey. It's meant to impress, to anchor the day in tradition and triumph. Instead, it becomes a symbol, excessive, fragile, and under pressure. Upstairs, children play while adults unravel. A proposal emerges quietly amid the chaos, keys offered, futures imagined, hearts briefly lightened. For a moment, love cuts through the noise. Someone says yes, someone believes again, but Christmas never allows joy to remain uncontested for long. Secret Santa gifts are opened. Spa vouchers, earbuds, thoughtful gestures that momentarily soften edges. Then comes the envelope, the letter, the one that should never have been found, let alone read aloud. The room freezes. Accusations fly, of betrayal, of abortion, of affairs real and imagined. A woman's private pain is dragged into the open, reframed as evidence, weaponized in the name of righteousness. Words like infidelity and choice are hurled across the table, stripping nuance and compassion from the conversation. Mothers judge. Sons defend. Lovers fracture. Someone storms out. Someone gets slapped. Someone else gets hit, a bruised face appearing later like punctuation at the end of a terrible sentence. Usually over a woman, someone mutters. Nobody disagrees. Elsewhere, phone calls go unanswered. A hotel room remains suspiciously unoccupied. A tracker has been disabled. Worry festers, disguised as irritation. Maybe she's just not cut out for this, someone says. Not unkindly, but not kindly either. There are priests and hot priests, jokes about collars and temptation, humor used as a shield against the weight of what isn't being said. There is talk of travel, of glamorous flights long past, of the Mile High Club, nostalgia standing in for escape. By evening, apologies are offered, some sincere, some strategic. A mother is asked to leave. Bags are packed. A hotel room is booked for one, breakfast included, with hopes of an upgrade and no questions asked. And then, finally, a video plays. A familiar face appears on the screen, distant but loving. A mother's voice cuts through the wreckage with unexpected grace, speaking of anniversaries, birthdays, olives, resilience, and storms weathered together. She reminds them that life is messy, that families are flawed, but that love, somehow, persists. There are tears now. Real ones. Happy Christmas, someone says quietly. Later, when the noise has softened and the day has exhausted itself, gratitude replaces anger. Hands are held, promises are made, perhaps too boldly, perhaps just enough. Someone thanks someone else for patience, for authenticity, for simply surviving the day. Outside, the music returns, that same song about dreams, loss, and luck. It feels different now, less hopeful, perhaps, but more honest. This was not a perfect Christmas, but it was a real one, and that, for better or worse, is what they will remember.